Good evening, everybody. My name is Frank O'Keefe, and I'm a Level 1 coach here at Nina Lawn Tennis Club. What I'll be discussing today is the coaching program for 2014 that will be provided to all members of the club. My presentation will be broken down into 4 parts: a review of the coaching in 2013. I will then discuss the plans for 2014, and specifically I'll be talking about 2 aspects, one for the juniors and one for the adults for 2014. Just a bit of background on the coaching in Nina LTC before I begin. We currently have 3 coaches in the club, but soon we will have another 3 Level 1 coaches, which will make a total of 6. We feel as coaches that we will be able to integrate all the coaches into this year's program in some shape or form, and I think this is very, very important, especially for the junior program, which I'll discuss later on. Nina Lawn Tennis Club has never been an easy place to do a coaching program, and that is not a complaint. We are a victim of our success with the competitions that we hold throughout the year. We have various internal competitions that take place that all members participate in, and that's a great thing to have, and I'd never want to lose that in the club. But as coaches, the coaching program is vital to improve and progress all members of this club. And with the work of the committee this year, we have actually agreed a program for coaching for all members, adults and juniors. I'll now discuss a bit of 2013's coaching program before bringing it on to 2014. 2013 was another successful year in coaching in the club. We brought in a few extra coaching items this year as a trial run to see how members reacted to them. Listing from the top to the bottom, I'll go through each individually, and I'll actually compare them to what we're going to do this year, 2014. So starting off the year, as always, for the adults, we did progressive doubles. Now, this is a hugely popular training program for all members of the club, usually oversubscribed. We've been asked this year to do 2 of them, but I'd like to still do the progressive doubles and also team training for winter and summer cup teams, which has never been done in the club before. I feel we're losing out each year by not having enough teams representing us in semi-finals and finals of the Summer Cup and Winter Leagues because of a lack of team training program in the club. So we've actually allocated a team training program that will coincide with the Summer and the Winter League, and we're hoping that this will be represented in more teams getting to semi-finals and finals in 2014. Cardio tennis was introduced to the club last year, and it had varied degrees of success. I believe the day starting off this, when I started it, was not correct. Saturday did not suit a lot of people, so I feel this year, with feedback from members, that I've changed to a Thursday night. This has begun already, and it is working very well so far, and players are very, very happy with the day and the time that it is at now. So I think it's important to react to a structure as well. If somebody's not working, then change it to suit the needs of the members of the club, and this is something that we did as a coaching committee. One of the big items that was introduced in the club last year was Tennis Express. This is a program that was introduced by the International Tennis Federation a couple of years back, and it has proved hugely successful in most countries around the world. The problem we had with this last year is that we did not coincide this with the beginner nights. Now, we have 4 beginner nights in March and April every year, which introduces new members to our club. The problem with this last year was the Tennis Express did not begin till 4 or 5 weeks after the final night of the beginners nights. We lost a lot of members, possible members I should say, because of this. And I feel this year, and as you can see in the program, we're doing the Tennis Express nights with the actual beginner nights. So for example, if there's a beginner night on a Monday, we will do the Tennis Express on the Sunday. So each of the Sundays we'll do the Tennis Express, and it'll actually help them progress their tennis along with the beginner nights, which is free coaching for new members. This will work way better and hopefully will help keep new members in the club. Social nights was one aspect I was disappointed with last year. We only had 3 social nights in the whole year to cater for players, especially players who were not interested in playing competitions. And I think they were forgotten about last year. This year, as you can see, we've allocated 7 nights for social members. We've had 3 already, 3 successful nights. And this was well received by all members, and I feel it's something that we should keep going every single year. Also, we introduced last year the stroke clinic, which was on a Friday night, which was catering for all grades. Now, the participation rate in this was good. It was pay as you come. Most of the grades that participated in this were from grades 5, 6 and 7. Very few, if any, from grade 1, 2, 3 and 4 participated in this. So this is an aspect we need to look at. Why are the higher grades not participating in social clinics? And it's something that we're still trying to find out the reason why. So that is the review of the 2013 and what we're going to do in 2014, especially for the adult program this year. Any feedback would be great at the end. If anybody has any ideas what we should do differently, there is no problem at all in actually talking to me after. Now, moving on to the juniors, we currently have 110 juniors in the program. Last year we had 3 terms of 6 weeks each. This worked very, very well. We have upped it to 8 weeks each term this year, which I feel is progressing the players a lot better. The retention rate is a lot higher this year. We have 3 coaches doing this. We hopefully, for next term, the first term we start in September, we'll have another 3 coaches. Now, this can only be a benefit to the club, and especially to the juniors in the club. The coaches then will be able to work with smaller groups, which can only be a good thing. There'll be more individual teaching then in the class, which has to progress the pupils. I feel strongly about the following. I feel as coaches we need to adhere to what I call to what is now known as the tennis 10s philosophy in coaching. Smaller courts, shorter rackets, different types of balls to be used. We as coaches have failed, I believe, in this. We should be doing it better. We should be using the correct ball for the particular age group that we're coaching. And I feel this is going to be a massive change for the juniors this year. This will also help in the competitions that they will play, because a player now who is under 10 has to play with a particular type of ball. They cannot play with the everyday ball as adults that we play with. I also feel strongly that a lot of the juniors, when they reach a certain age, should be integrated into the adult competitions. I feel we have lost a lot of juniors, particularly between the ages of 15 and 18, because they do not see the link to the next stage. A lot of them don't do coaching then. They feel they're too old for it and they want to play more competitions. With agreement with the competitions committee, we are allowing our players now to enter adult competitions at 16. He was always 18 before, so I feel that this is again progress, and it'll be up to the competitions committee to put them in the proper grade. And it won't always be as it was before in our club. Every junior under 18 goes at grade 3. That is not the way to do it. There are different abilities, and certain grades will suit them better. The link to the adults